All right, cheers for having me, bro.
No problem. Pleasure. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. It's currently 9 p.m. for me. I'm based over in Australia. You're in
Oh,
Romania,
okay.
aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice.
So,
Yeah, just
okay,
just
cool.
been grinding out today, man. Closed another deal,
Well,
so that's really
I've
good.
been I've been packing because
Yeah,
on
okay.
I go to Dubai. Let me just turn that. Get rid of.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I
That's
go to,
good.
I go to Dubai on Sunday, but I like
Okay.
to kind of pre-plan, make sure I've got everything, make sure that everything's done, everything's set. I don't need to worry about anything, etc., etc., etc. before I go.
Always be organized, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So training stuff, making sure that everything's there. Do you know what I mean? Little things, looking
Yeah,
around the room, have I forgot anything? And then I can do like lastminute.com kind of things. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need this.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So it's all there. But majority of it's all done. I think big suitcase is packed, footwear's packed, trainers I'm wearing. I'm just you're making me go over it. You're making me go over it and think now. Have I got
that's like
everything?
totally the opposite of me, bro. I'll literally pack like the night before, just like wing it, bro. I'll do like
Yeah,
one quick checklist of what I need to pack, and then
yeah.
I'll just speed through it because you know that law where it's like I can't remember the exact name of the law, but it's like no matter how much time you give a task, your body will just like naturally fill that entire time, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
So like if
mm.
I give myself 2 days to do something, it'll take me 2 days. But if I give myself 2 hours to do something, it'll take 2 hours.
Garage,
So
yeah. I don't.
uh,
I don't. The thing is with that, I like to just have clear in my mind that everything's kind of sorted. It's like I'm
yeah,
planning
yeah,
everything, so I like to have everything clear in my mind. I don't need to worry about anything. I've got everything that I need, um, and then yeah, it kind of just eases my brain a little bit because packing for me, making sure I've got everything. Like, have I forgotten something? Have I forgotten something? Have I forgotten something? Did I get that? Did I get that? And then nine times out of ten, I'm like, oh damn, I
always
needed
forget
that. Oh damn, I
something.
needed that. Do you know what I mean? So if the majority of it's done, then it's only the little bits that I need to kind of worry about. It's only the little bits that I
Yeah.
need to get worried about. So
That's good mindset, bro. If you have that same mindset with business, I guess that's
oh,
goes to
100%.
your head.
100%. 100%. I'm always
Yeah,
thinking about what's
always switched
next.
on, mate.
Yeah. So like even if I'm doing something, I'm thinking, okay, cool. What's the next step after this? What's the next step after that? Okay, cool. I finished these edits. What's next in my brain? What's next door? I need to do. I need to do that, 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 and that in that order. So
Yeah,
I'll just instantly just get on with it. Then what's next? And then yeah, I'm always thinking, okay, cool. Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that? Just yeah, this is my
Do
brain.
you
How
do you get the same thing? Like you'll be doing your gym workout, and then you'll be like, midway through your set, and you'll just like think of something random with your business, and then you'll like have to check your phone like the
oh,
next
all the
minute.
time. All the
Yeah,
time. The thing is, I don't necessarily check my phone. What I do is I write down other bits and pieces. My
okay.
gym time is super something special to me, and it always has been, and it's been that way from 2000, I think.
I can tell, bro. You're built.
When yeah, so what it is that I always think about my work. If I have a problem that I need solving, it's always in the gym.
Yeah,
And I think I said this on previous podcasts. If I have a problem that needs solving, it's always done in the gym. If I have other, even down to other exercises in the gym,
yeah,
oh, I need to do this next time round. So I'd write that down. I need to do this next time round. So I'd write that down. Any kind of problems that I have, because my gym time is free space for my brain.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I'm got my headphones on. I'm totally zoned out. I'm not thinking about anything. And then all of a sudden, bang, something comes into my brain. Oh my
yeah.
God, that's what I'm thinking of. Or I think about a problem that I have and a solution will just come instantly to me.
Just naturally, yeah. I get the
Yeah,
same thing as well. It's just like those light bulb moments, those shower
yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah. So that's always happened to me in the gym. It's always happened to me in the gym. So this is why I need to go to the gym every single day,
Yeah,
because like if I have a problem or if I'm thinking about something, then it will be resolved. It will be resolved that day in the gym, or I'll have a solution to it, or have some form of method that I need to get to my
yeah.
solution.
Do you train in the mornings or in the afternoons?
Depends. Like this
Yeah,
morning, take for example, this morning, mainly it's mornings.
yeah,
So it's mainly mornings. So I get my whole gym stuff out of the way. Reason why I do that is because again, solutions get solved in the gym.
yeah,
So all my solutions that I may face the day before will be solved that the next morning. So
Yeah.
therefore I can just get on with my day and think, okay, cool, I remember that. And like my memory's pretty good, but then sometimes I forget stuff. But whenever I train in the gym, I never ever forget anything. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's always bang on point. So in the mornings mainly, but it depends on what I'm doing. Because today, take for example, I got up and I started packing instantly. So I will find time this afternoon after we finished all these interviews, and I'll just go straight out there, do my routine, and then come back. I've got a new little program that I'm going to try, and
Oh,
I'm going to
nice.
try, yeah, because I'm pretty much natural. I don't use any form of kind of
Performance
supplements
enhancers.
or anything else like that. Nothing at all. So what I'm going
Yeah.
to do, because most people do this whole test where you get fat and then you lose weight, and then they tell
Yeah,
you to
like the
put
bulk
weight.
and the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do things a different way. I'm already in good shape. So what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is I'm gonna test the supplements, but I'm gonna test it in a different way. So I'm gonna measure my heart rate, measure my um, density,
Yeah.
muscle mass, etc., etc., etc. Then I'm gonna take these supplements for 1 month because I'm going to Dubai, so I'm gonna be alone. So I'm gonna get all of these supplements. I'm gonna test them. I'm gonna take them daily, as per prescribed, or every 3 days, or wherever you're supposed to take them, because I don't really know about them. I'm asking Alex, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to see what my body composition and mainly my internals,
Yeah.
mainly my thinking, mainly my joints, everything else is going to be after that 1 month, and see if
Okay.
it actually works. This is my test to me, and I always do these things. And if it's increased a little bit, okay, cool, fair. So I can then say to some, because I'm against supplements, but then I can then say, okay, cool, supplements in moderation will help you. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And as much as I've been against it with Alex, then I can say, okay, cool, well, Alex, yeah, that's fair. This has helped me, whatever, blah blah. Or if it does nothing for me,
Then there's no point taking it.
then there's no point taking it.
Yeah. Have you
So
have you done these testing with Fireblood? I assume you have.
oh, Fireblood's just one of those natural resources that you take because it gives
Yeah.
you all the essential vitamins. I'm
Mhm.
a magnesium guy, so sometimes I take a little bit of magnesium, ashwagandha roots. So I take
Yeah.
natural kind of supplements, oil of oregano and
Mhm.
black seed oil.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
so they're the ones that I would normally take, if anything, but it wouldn't be like every day. It'll be just like, okay, cool. Oh,
Mhm.
remembrance. Cool. Just go and
Yeah.
do it. Like today, I took some bit of magnesium and some ashwagandha. So yeah, Fire Blood for me is a recovery, and it's essential vitamins, minerals, depending on what I eat per day.
Mhm.
And if I feel that I haven't eaten enough, like say meat or anything else, then I will go to that. Actually,
Yeah.
interesting. I saw a study yesterday with Bailey. I was sitting there with Bailey, and there was this guy that become like a bodybuilder, and he used a certain training program, but all he ate was meat. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know whether he took any supplements beforehand. We haven't really researched it in that to that extent, but I don't
Yeah.
know whether he took supplements beforehand. So that's what I'm going to investigate, because he was a big guy, but his training session was totally against the traditional way of building muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try it along with taking supplements, see what
What was his
happens.
training style? Was it just like really heavy, low reps?
No, totally
No.
the opposite. High
Okay.
reps, low load.
Oh, like Tate. Yeah.
Yeah, high reps, low load, but a lot of sets. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of sets going on. There's a lot of sets. Three different, there's four different on one body set with 12 reps. But I kind of do that anyway. This is what I was saying to Bailey. I kind of do that anyway because my low load, I always start at like 20 reps, and
Yeah.
then I move up, and then if I can do 15 to 20, then I'll do 15 to 20. If I can do
Yeah.
20 and I can get 20 out, I'll get 20 out. Then I'll move down to 15, increasing the weight. Then I'll move down to 12, increasing the weight. Then I move down to 10, increasing the weight. And then I move down to 8, increasing the weight. But if you span that over the 6 sets, I've done 12 reps per set, but I've just done it in a different way.
Yeah. I see. And
Do
then
you see
you've
what I'm saying?
also,
So,
yeah, and
yeah,
you've trained the muscles in a different way as well because of the different weights, which is always good.
exactly. Exactly.
I think
So
that's something
anyway,
I need
enough
to
about
do.
me.
Yeah.
This is about you. This is about you.
True.
So you should tell me about yourself. Tell me how old you are. Obviously, I know you're living in Australia right now.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourself and obviously tell me how you got into real world. But tell me about yourself first of all.
All right, sounds good. So I'm 20 years of age. I only just turned 20 about 2 3 months ago now.
Hmm.
And then yeah, I only joined the real world literally end of last year. So I think it was November, December last year.
Yeah.
And before that, so last year I was actually a full time uni student, believe it or not. Like all of
Okay.
last year was my first and only year that I was at uni. And then the only reason I went to uni was because I didn't know what I wanted to do after school, and
Yeah.
which is obviously the worst thing you can do based off what I know now, right? You obviously
Yeah.
don't want to go to university if you don't have a plan,
Mm.
especially. So yeah, I graduated high school, had a gap year, just pretty much was working, and I was also like competing at a national level for swimming as well in
Oh, okay.
2023. Yeah, so
Nice.
my best stroke was 50-meter and 100-meter freestyle. So that was good. That was taking up most of my time. So I was training probably 8 to 10 times a week. A lot of early mornings and like late nights and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
We should
I
get you.
guess
We should get you over here to teach Marcel how to swim.
I've seen I've seen a lot of the videos on like Rumble of you guys trying to swim, and
Yeah.
it's pretty funny to watch, especially
It's
like
Marcel. Marcel can't. Well, actually, to be fair, in all fairness to him, he's actually now getting better because he's actually been trying it. But like, he's just gone back to the UK, so he's probably not swimming right now. But
yeah, because it's
Tristan
freezing.
taught him. Tristan taught him how to swim, and then he's like trying to get better and better and better, and he is
Yeah.
actually doing really well. Sorry, my apologies.
No,
Carry on.
you're right.
So
Yeah, it's funny
continue.
because I've seen some of the videos of you guys doing the little like swimming races. I don't know how
Yeah.
far you guys are swimming, but yeah, you're just doing like the breaststroke and that. And yeah, it's always fun to watch. But anyway,
Mm,
so I was competing at a national level in 2023. So that was taking up most of my time because I graduated high school in 2022. Then
mm,
yeah, pretty much all of 2023 I was just focusing on the sport, right? And I was
mm,
barely working. I had like, no income coming in really. I was just relying on like the scholarships and stuff. And then yeah, went to uni mainly to get the scholarship, mainly to get the money, and then
mm,
also to train and things like that. And I was studying sports science and business just because obviously I got a background in sports, so I thought, why not do that, right? And then pretty much as soon as I got to uni last year, I was like, yeah, nah, stuff this. Like this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life, right? I don't want to waste another 4 years at uni and get into like 50 grand of debt. So I still went through the full year of uni just because I didn't really want to quit right there and then. And then pretty much I came home end of last year, and then that's when I started seeing a lot of like advertising and like marketing for the real world, and I thought this looks actually pretty cool and right down my alley. So I joined the real world in November December last year, and that's
mm,
pretty much where it all kicked off. And I pretty much started like everyone else starts inside the real world, where you start going between the different campuses, kind of hopping between different things and testing new things, right? And I was
mm,
getting no traction for like probably the first 4 months, I'd say. Like I didn't really get anywhere until like April, and that's when I started to really hone in on like marketing. So I
mm,
joined the business mastery campus, and I started honing in on my marketing skills. And I got my first few clients within, I think it was about April time. I got my first one or two clients, and then I started to really delve into like the AI automation side of things because I just had that natural interest for that, right? So now I've got an AI automation company that's I've handling about 6 to 7 clients right now, and some
amazing.
of them are still marketing like my old marketing clients, but
Yeah.
most of them are now like my AI automation clients. So I'm setting up things like chatbots and stuff for local businesses. So yeah,
Amazing.
man, it's come a long way.
Did you hear about Andrew before you actually joined the real world, or how did you come
Oh,
about joining the real world?
yeah. Okay. So it's actually a long story. So while I was at uni, I'm not sure if you've heard of the guy called Iman Gadzi,
Yeah.
but I saw a lot of him, like a lot of his advertising and marketing for his course that he sells online.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of like actually joining that, but then I also knew a lot about Andrew Tate at the time. I think the first time I heard about Andrew Tate was probably 2 years back when he first, started Hustlers University, right?
Hmm.
And I saw some of his YouTube videos and like Instagram reels, and I was like, yeah, this guy definitely knows his stuff. Like I could tell this guy, was a smart man. Anyway, so I was like on the fence about Iman Gardzi and Andrew Tate while I was at uni last year, but I knew I wanted to quit uni at the end of that year and do something like business related, right? And then yeah, made the decision to go into the real world, and then that's where it all kicked off, really.
Amazing. So you obviously went around and you went onto your marketing courses. You you because obviously the business getting clients. How did you get your clients so soon? What did you do to make your client get your clients so
Well,
soon?
I wouldn't say I got my clients so soon because I joined the real world in like November, December last year, right? And I only
Yeah.
landed my first proper client, like paying client, in like April. So that was probably about four-ish months it took me
Yeah,
to
I
get my
understand
first
that
client.
because obviously you said that the first learning part of it was just you going around for the first 4 months. You was
Yeah,
just trying to understand what your niche was, which is actually fantastic because there's so many different courses in there that you can
yeah,
actually do. And kind of it's about you finding a course that resonates with you. And okay,
exactly,
cool. Wow, this is the one for me, and this is the one I'm going to go into. And
definitely,
having that flexibility to jump from different courses, jump from different courses to see which one resonates with you. And like
exactly.
I say this to most people. You can go in there and you can have a little play around with this. Does it work with me? Does it sit with me right? No, this one, no, this one, hell yeah. And this one, yeah. So do
Mm.
you know what I mean? There'll be something in there that actually just that light bulb moment. It's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
this.
So it's nice because, like, especially being first gen student, we get the freedom to access all the campuses, right? And
Mm,
I find that a lot of the campuses go hand in hand with each other. Like,
mm,
I'm obviously not just in business mastery. Like, I'm in the business campus. I'm in AI automation,
mm.
content creation as well, because that goes hand in hand with AI. And then the crypto investing and health campus, obviously, as well.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
find a lot of like all of these combined go hand in hand because I'm obviously doing AI automations. I was previously doing marketing, but I started to delve more into the AI automations. But
Of
obviously,
course, yeah.
that business skill, that's obviously probably the most important skill you need, right, to scale the
Exactly.
business.
Yeah,
So I'm
100%.
still doing that. That's like my main campus, I would say, the business.
So you joined the marketing. So you joined the marketing course in when? Sorry, tell me again. When did you join the marketing?
Oh, I don't know the exact date, but it was around. It was the start of this year. It would have been February, no March, probably about March, I'd say. And
March.
yeah,
And
when
then
I
you had.
after I joined, sorry, you go, man.
No, go on, no, no, go on. After you joined.
Yeah, after I joined, it probably took about 1 to 2 months for me to land my first client. Uh, my
There you go.
first my first client was like not really a paid client. It was more of just like a trying to build the experience up type thing. And then after that, that's when I started using the kind of results as like testimonials to reach out to paying clients.
Okay, cool. So when did you actually start making your first? Let's say when did you start making your first dollar, and how much was it?
First dollar, okay. So I think the first paycheck that I made in the real world was about $100, and that
Hmm.
was that was more of just like a side gig. So one of my mates owns like a company. It's like an online e-commerce brand where he
Hmm.
sells like health products, like things like massage guns
Hmm.
and like uh, portable like ice baths, like things like that.
Yeah, yeah, I know
And
all of
he
those.
actually, yeah, yeah. Oh, you have one of them.
No, 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 we don't. But we're kind of these. We're on a kind of fence with the ice baths. Like they're good
Yeah,
for you, yes. Would we go in them? Nah, I'm not sure. If it was
yeah.
steaming hot outside and you wanted to cool down, then yeah, maybe. But would we like go in an ice bath in the winter, or would we go in an ice bath in the autumn or
Well,
spring? Probably not. None of
probably
us.
not.
Funny
Yeah.
enough. So yeah, go
Anyway,
on.
so no, you're right. So yeah, the first paid project that I did was just like a little bit of like Facebook ads for that friend of mine. So I
Hmm.
guess that was like the first paid thing that I did. And I can't really remember what the second thing was, but yeah, that was definitely the first like paycheck that I got inside the real world. And then yeah, after that, I probably got my first couple clients, like proper clients. After that, it only took me about a month or so to really start getting some traction.
Good
But yeah,
stuff. That's good stuff. So you went from obviously your first client, which was $100, to
yeah.
now. What are you kind of sitting at consistently?
Yeah, so like obviously like business at the start, it's like it's all exponential, right? So it's not linear, it's all exponential growth.
Mm.
So, last month I only made 2.5 grand last month.
Hmm.
But this month, like in the past 4 weeks, I've made almost 7 grand. So as you can see, like obviously the exponential growth is real.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
hopefully I can keep up that, exponential. Hopefully next month is gonna be double that again, then double that again. It's just gonna keep going like that.
It's about using, and I say this to pretty much most people I speak to. It's about looking at what you've done that point to actually earn that 7.5K, and then kind of
Yeah.
mimicking that, and then just obviously developing that, developing that, and then trying to push that just that little bit more. So, what would you
Mm.
say was the hardest part about your whole journey? What was the thing that kind of
I think the hardest part was definitely like just getting that first client. Like,
yeah.
kind of flipping the mental switch and realizing that this is actually possible, and earning money and escaping the matrix is actually possible. Because before you earn that first paycheck, it's like it seems impossible, right? And then
Mm,
once you actually start earning real money online, then you realize how easy it can be, and you just got to
yeah.
keep doing what's working. You got to find what works and then just keep
And then
replicating
keep
that.
pushing. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
what do your kind of family or friends think about, your choices that you made?
Well, when I first told my family and friends that I was dropping out of uni to start this whole online business, I can tell you they weren't super impressed at the start.
Mm,
But I obviously didn't, take that to heart or anything, because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to stay at uni for another 4 years, so I really didn't care about what anyone else thought.
mm,
So yeah, I just decided to go all in on this. But now that they actually see that I'm actually gaining some real traction, they're
yeah.
they're really happy I made that decision. Honestly.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Also, what was like? I mean, obviously gaining your first client, but what would you say? It might be a little bit different from obviously getting your two clients, but what was your biggest? What would you say was your biggest turning point? What was
Biggest
like your
turning point.
biggest understanding and turning point? Was that like? Well, you tell me.
All right. Well, I think the main thing was just actually providing real value. Like honestly, like before, when I first started outreaching to clients, I didn't realize that people pay for their problems to be solved, right? And then once
Mm,
I understood that people just care about the problems that you can solve, and that
mm,
you got to lead with value, that's when I started really, starting to gain some traction. Like before that, it was kind of just generic email outreach scripts of like, oh yeah, I'm doing some marketing. Would you be interested? Things like that, right? And
yeah.
then once I realized that you actually got to provide that value, that's when I really started, flipping that switch.
Awesome, awesome. And then, okay, cool. So you started, obviously, you started when you started. So, what would you say to yourself if you had to go back and do all of that stuff again?
Or
Would there be any advice that you would give to you at this stage?
at this stage, I would just say, like, because obviously I don't regret doing anything that I did, right? Because it's all a learning curve. So
Mm,
all the fails I made previously set me up for where I am today. So I wouldn't say anything in particular. I would just mainly say, yeah, like don't be disheartened if you aren't getting the results you want to get for the first few months. Just keep pushing at it and finding new ways, and you'll eventually work it out. I think that's what I
that's
would
awesome.
say.
So you have how many clients at the moment?
I've got 7 clients right now.
That's awesome, and
Yeah,
that's mainly in AI.
that's mainly
Automation.
AI. It's kind of like half and half, to be honest. Because I only started doing the AI automations probably about 3 months ago. That's when I started really delving into it.
Yeah,
So I've got like half of them are like marketing clients where I'm doing like Facebook ads, and I
yeah,
was doing some Google ads, but it's mainly just Facebook ads now, and like social media management. And then I've got a couple of clients where I'm setting up things like chatbots and voice agents and things like that. So it's a bit of a mix, but I obviously want to, kind of drop the marketing and delve more into the AI. But I
yeah.
don't want to drop my first clients and just leave them in
Yeah,
the dust.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just helping them to incorporate the AI into their businesses or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Because obviously you went from your first client, which is your friend, and then then you had two, and then obviously now you're sitting at seven. How did you get the actual seven? What did you do different to actually get those seven
Yeah, it
clients?
was, it was literally just mainly finding out like an outreach, tactic that worked for me. And what I actually found was, because like originally I was doing a lot of just generic email outreach, and then I realized, especially going through the business mastery campus, I realized how important it is to lead with value and all that sort of stuff, providing free value up front, and then pushing from there, right? And then I
Yeah,
also tried a few things like I did try cold calling a bit as well, but I never really had luck with cold calling, just mainly due to the fact that I don't like calling up businesses when they're busy. I just feel bad. So I was mainly doing like cold emails and like cold Instagram DMs. So it was actually crazy. I
yeah,
wasn't expecting Instagram to work really well, but the
yeah,
good thing with Instagram DMs is you can get a lot of like outreach volume in like every single day, right? Instead of
mm,
sitting down and typing up emails, you can literally just have like an Instagram DM script and then pretty much
yeah.
just copy and paste that for everyone. And then I could
Everyone.
get like 30 DMs done in like 30 minutes, right? And I'd be
Yeah,
done. And then, yeah, I had like a winning script that I found was actually getting some really good engagement. And I
yeah,
literally just did that day after day and just,
yeah.
yeah, kept building the numbers.
It's about that. It's about that kind of persistency, like just
Yeah,
keeping on going, keeping on going, keeping on going,
exactly.
keeping on going. So, what do you plan on doing to increase your numbers for your client base? Is it going to
Well,
be the same process as what you've gone through, or is it going to be you're going to take a little bit of a different angle?
yeah, well, obviously, well, I think like there's obviously different stages to business, right? Like once I get to the point where I'm past 10K per month,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I'm gonna really start honing in on like the paid inbound traffic. Because like right
Mm-hmm.
now I'm not running any like paid advertising for my own business. I'm just doing everything like cold outreach.
Mm-hmm.
So once I hit that 10K per month benchmark, I think that's when
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip the script and I'll still do the cold outreach, but I want to start really delving into the inbound leads as well.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, do you have any kind of like core principles to yourself, like things that you must get over or must say, or to attract those people?
Yeah. Well, I think confidence is the main thing, to be honest, because like if you're because I'm only 20, right? And
Mm.
obviously like when I first started like this online business stuff, I was 19, so pretty young, a lot younger than a lot of other people that I'm outreaching to, right? Most of the
Mhm.
people like in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. So you just got to get past that confidence barrier, right? And just
Yeah.
realize that a lot of these local business owners that you're reaching out to, like I've most likely got better knowledge in marketing and AI than all of these businesses that I'm reaching out to. So
Mm.
I got to use that to my advantage and use that to be more confident in the way I approach people. So that would be
Awesome.
like the biggest learning curve I would say with trying to
Mm.
attract those types of clients.
Cool. That sounds awesome. And yeah, that's absolutely great. So, what's the most significant lesson in all of this that you think you've learned? Because obviously, I've spoken about coming back up, but what would you say is your most significant lesson that you've learned?
You mean like in total in the real world or just like with my
Yeah,
business and
both.
both? I think just discipline, mate. Like just discipline,
I
confidence,
love
and
that
just
word. I absolutely love that word.
yeah,
I
like
kind of eat it out of everybody.
obviously like you hear that all the time, but it's
Yeah.
you know it's nothing far from the truth. Like that is the single biggest thing, right, that equates to your business success is just discipline. Like just
Mm.
going in day after day, not giving a care about what happened yesterday. Like yeah, I may have made 3 grand yesterday, but that's not going to change anything for today. Or I may have lost 3 grand yesterday, but that's not going to change anything today. I may be,
Correct.
really depressed one day, but I'm still going to work, right? So just sticking
Absolutely,
to it,
100%.
daily
Yeah, yeah,
routine.
100%, 100%. Nothing gets you down. If you get, I think I
Yeah,
said this the other day in one of my reels. If you get knocked down, you got to get back up again. You just do exactly the same thing again. Doesn't matter what
exactly.
what the day hits you with. Doesn't stop you from going and doing work. You've got to go and still do those. You still got to go and put those hours in. It's
Exactly.
for me. It's. I kind of use the same analogy with the gym. I don't care what my head says or how I'm feeling, blah blah. My discipline is going to
Exactly.
take me to the gym. And
Yeah, exactly.
I got up this morning and I've got to do stuff to do, but in my head, when am I going to get my gym session? When am I going to? And that's the discipline in me. It's not like it's not my motivation. It's my discipline. I've got
Yeah.
to do it.
Like
I've got to
motivation
finish it.
doesn't even matter when it comes to, being successful.
No, motivation comes and goes.
Yeah,
Motivation
exactly.
comes and goes. Discipline always stays the same.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's just me. It's just in there. It's ingrained. But then for me, that transcends and probably like yourself. You got up and you trained every single morning for your swimming. You got up and you done this, and it was like early mornings, and it's probably tired, and probably sometimes you didn't even feel like doing it, but you still
Yeah,
done it. So and that's the
exactly.
same kind of methodology you apply to business, especially
Exactly.
when you're working for yourself. It's easy to get up and go to an office at 9 o'clock in the morning. For me, it was because I've done it. It's easy for me to get up in the morning, put on a suit, go to the office in the morning, do my work, and then come home. Again, it's applying that discipline to yourself because you're the only one that's going to be making yourself that money. You're going to be seeing that end figure, and you want to see that end figure kind of just rise every single day, or have
Yeah,
new strategies in place that you can make that can help promote your business, like
exactly.
even
Yeah.
to a bigger scale. Okay, cool. You might not make the money that you want to make, but the more you put into it, obviously, the more it's going to come back to you. So,
Yeah, exactly.
have you heard of the work? Well, you must have heard of the Real World 2.0.
Oh yeah, obviously. Who doesn't?
That's yeah. It's a bit of a silly question, but I'm going to ask it
Yeah.
anyway. Is there anything that you're looking forward to it? Is there anything that you're looking forward to
Yeah,
about
well,
it?
obviously, I'm looking forward to the whole thing, right? Because like all of it, all the features that are coming sound sick, right?
Mm,
But I think the main thing that I'm looking forward to would have to be like the job portal because I feel like that would be a really good, like stepping stone for me to be able to grow the business. Because right now it's pretty much just me, and I've got like two other people inside the real world that are helping me with things like content and also AI.
mm.
But I feel like once the job portal opens up, that'll just really like I'll just utilize that so much, and it'll just
Awesome.
help because like I feel like it'd be a lot better to just outsource, work from people that are committed and disciplined, which are
Mm-hmm.
pretty much everyone inside the real world. And I'd rather just network with that type of similar mindset.
Mindset, absolutely. How easy did the TRW make it for you to get
Well,
started and come up with a plan?
yeah. Well, I would. Well, obviously, it helped a load. Like, obviously, without it, it probably would have taken me. So, what the progress I made in the past 5 months, if I
Mm,
wasn't inside the real world, probably would have taken me 5 years. I'd say because the real world, obviously, with all the professors that are obviously millionaires, right? They
yeah,
tell you what not to do, and what to do to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, right?
yeah,
With making as little amount of mistakes as possible, right?
yeah.
So I probably would have made a whole lot more mistakes and probably would have taken me away, a whole
A
lot
little
longer
bit, yeah, a
as
little bit
well.
longer.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
But you
So,
obviously gotta, still stick to it, right? You still gotta have that discipline and show up every day. Like it's not a piece of cake,
100%,
but it
100%,
makes it a whole lot easier.
100%. Okay, cool. So I always ask this question to everybody, pretty much that I speak to. What's going to happen with you in the next 6 months? What's going to happen with you? I won't say a year, but let me just say 6 months. What's going to
Six
happen
months.
to you by the end of the year? What do you have planned for your business by the end of the year?
Yeah. All right. So I don't really like to have like any particular numbers in place, but
Mm,
obviously, like if I did have to choose like a revenue per month number, I would try and hit at least 50K per month by the end of this year. I think that's a
mm,
pretty solid target, especially considering the exponential growth I've had over the past 3 months. Right. Like
mm,
literally last month I made 2 grand. The month before that I made barely anything. Like I made about 1 grand, probably not
mm.
even. And then this month I'm almost at 7K, and I actually just closed another 3.5K deal today. So actually about like 9K actually. So yeah, so
Nice.
there's obviously exponential growth there, right?
Yeah,
So if I can keep that up, we still got 5 more months left of 2025.
yeah.
I'd be hoping to look at 50K per month.
Awesome. Do you have a plan in which to do that with? Are you set with a plan?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
how
obviously
much
just
work?
how much work. So yeah, just like I'm working daily, probably at least 20, not 20, at least 12 hours per day, right?
Yeah.
So obviously just keep up doing that, keep up my usual, daily routine of just working, gym, all that sort of stuff,
Mm,
and keep doing what's working, right? My outreach, I've got a script that's working, and I'm just
mm.
going to keep that up, right? And then obviously the more clients that I, help, uh, I'll be able to leverage that for testimonials, right? And then once I get past 10K per month, that's when I want to start honing in on like, the paid traffic. So I think that will just help, um, you know, make the progress even more exponential when I start
Yeah, because
utilizing
you've
paid
got a
traffic.
solid foundation. Then once you're
Yeah.
doing your best, you've got a solid foundation. As if anybody asks you or asks you to, okay, cool, what's this guy about? And then you've got masses and masses of testimonials just sitting there, so people can actually go and see that you're a real person, and this is
Yeah. I think,
actually.
I think, I think that's the biggest turning point as well when you kind of go from, doing all cold outbound
Mm,
towards where people are just coming to you. That's
yeah.
where you really flip the script, flip the switch.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wish you nothing but the best. But last question,
Yeah.
because obviously I don't want to keep you too long. But
That's right.
what would you say to someone? What would you say to someone to make them either join the real world, or if you told them about the real world, what would you say to them? How has
Ooh.
it helped you?
That is really hard because I've actually tried to convince a lot of people, like a few people actually, like a few of my closest friends.
Mm,
But to be honest, I don't think I think people either have the mentality or they don't. Like you can kind of tell. Like I've had about three of my closest friends that I've tried to convince to join the real world, and then they'll say, "Oh yeah, looks cool," but they're not willing to pay the monthly subscription, right? I'm
mhm.
like, well, mate, if you can't even pay the $49 per month, then you're obviously not cut out for the long run, right? So I don't think you can really change that mindset. I think they got to
No,
work it out.
it is 100%. It is 100% the mindset. And to be fair, if they're obviously they work, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So if they work and they want to, if they go out partying on the weekend and this, that, the other, blah, blah, like they've kind of, they're in a,
They're in a rat race, bro. That's what it is.
yeah, they're in their own little cycle that, they
Yeah,
feel that this is not worth it, but partying on a weekend is worth it, where it's
yeah,
actually not worth it. Do you know what I mean? For that's just my mind and how it works. Like I would
definitely.
rather not. I guess I didn't do that for a long time anyway. I wasn't really the kind of like the party type anyway, and I was
Yeah, yeah,
always sitting at home trying to figure out ways on how I can move things forward. And then obviously I came over here and then everything just went. But yeah, it's hard to. Sometimes it's really hard to explain to people,
it
and
is.
you look at their life, but then they look at yours, and they might not see you for ages because they're out on the
Yeah.
weekend partying, but you're at home working. And then, what's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? And then all of a sudden, when you blow, then they'll be like, oh my God, maybe, they'll have that FOMO thing going on.
But then by then it'll be too late because like
Yeah,
it's already
absolutely.
2.0
Absolutely.
is already
Absolutely.
already rolling
Absolutely.
out now.
100%.
Like
100%.
especially last year when I was at uni, right? Being surrounded by all those people in uni, especially because I was living on campus at university, right?
Mm.
And people at uni, like all they do is just drink alcohol on the weekend. They study throughout the week. They think they're grinding hard. They think they're doing all this good stuff, but they're literally just studying all throughout the week for uni. And then
Mm.
on the weekends they'll just absolutely go brain dead from all the alcohol they drink, right?
Yeah.
And that's the crowd that I was with last year, and I'm so glad that I got out of
Yeah.
that loop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. So you're only 20 years old. So for you to have that mindset right now, I mean, personally, when I was 20 years old, I was partying hard. Okay. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
at uni as well. And it wasn't until obviously later on when I found training is well I have always trained, but when I
yeah,
seriously got into like kickboxing and stuff like that, that's when like my kind of philosophy and my mindset kind of changed, and I was just working 24/7 whatever I could do. So it's
yeah.
really really good for you to have that now, and like the opportunities now for younger people are so open, they're so
It's
vast.
crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. And you don't really want to be
No,
sitting
yeah.
around like when you're 2025 thinking, "Oh my God, I should have done that. I should have done this." And when I look back on mine, I could have, if I had this opportunity back then, like I would be so on it. So like
You would have jumped on
basically
it straight away.
yeah, I would have jumped on it
Yeah,
straight because I was always
of
looking
course.
for something. I was always looking for it's like when I was looking for kickboxing, I was always looking for something to kind of elevate because I started off for karate. So I was
Yeah,
always looking for something to kind of elevate. I wanted to go into a fighting style, but I just didn't know what to do. Like obviously back in my day, there wasn't really that much opportunity. The internet wasn't really there, etc.,
yeah,
etc., etc. But now, like opportunities, uh, like so it's up to you. It's up
yeah.
to you as a
Exactly.
person if you want to take that opportunity. And if you see that opportunity and you're just that little bit diverse from the norm crowd, and you think, okay, cool, well, let me just try and do this, let me just try and do that, and you're willing to take that risk and put the grind in as what you would do in a normal 9 to 5 job, then obviously
Hmm.
you're gonna be successful, 100%,
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
It was absolutely fantastic talking to you. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to cut you off there, but
that's right,
it was
man.
absolutely fantastic talking to you. Absolutely brilliant. I wish you all the best, and I know obviously I can just tell, I can feel your energy that you're gonna do really really well. And by the end of the year, you're gonna hit your hopefully you're gonna hit your 50K mark. And when I
Thank
speak
you.
to you next year, you're gonna be talking about your 100K mark. So,
Sounds
do
good,
you know
man.
what
I
I mean?
really appreciate your time, man, because obviously
No
you're super
problem, pleasure,
busy. But yeah,
pleasure.
really, really great call, man. Cheers for that.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming on. And yeah, just keep that discipline inside you and just keep grinding. Um,
Definitely, mate. It's hard not
so
to be disciplined when you're inside the real world. You've literally got like 200,000 other people that's doing the same thing.
100%, and that's again that's the beauty of the real world because you've
Hmm.
got so many like-minded people that just actually really want to do well, and they're not scared. Like they're not scared of taking their skill, whatever what they've learned, and put it
Yeah.
into what I class as a 9 to 5 job. So you go to your 9 to 5 job on a
Mhm.
Monday morning. You live for the weekend. You go to your 9 to 5 job on even 6 days a week because I used to
Yeah.
work 6 days, Monday to Saturday,
Yeah.
and you put in the same effort as what you're putting in your normal 9 to 5 job, but the
Exactly.
reward is so much greater.
So much more. Yeah.
It's a
Exactly.
reward for yourself. Number one, that is the first thing, but it's a reward for yourself because you're learning new skills.
Hmm.
You're kind of developing your mind, and you're developing all of your skills.
Hmm.
And then obviously, last but not least, what I say, yeah, the monetary value is kind
Yeah.
of like secondary. The what you put
Yeah.
in and what you earn is primary. Do you know what I mean?
I
Because
think the main thing is obviously making, helping your family out, your loved ones, right? And obviously
100%.
it's, yeah, and obviously it's also rewarding to help other businesses too. Like when you can
Yeah,
see that you're helping other businesses make money, then that's
yeah,
also rewarding too.
that's super rewarding. It's super, super
Mm,
rewarding. Just helping people is super rewarding. Do you know what I mean? In any way,
exactly.
shape, or form. So yeah, I commend you, sir. I commend
Mm,
you.
awesome.
I commend
Cheers
you.
for
And
that, man.
yeah, well done. And like I say, I know you're going to keep that grind on as well. And yeah, speak to you probably in about 8 months' time and see where you are.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I look forward to it.
Cool, good stuff. You take care.
Right, you too, Nigel.
No worries, bro. Good talking to you.
Yeah, see you.